Do you think charity belongs in business? In other words, do you think that you should tell your customers that if they buy from you, that a portion of what they spend is going to go to charity? Years ago, when I started my first successful business, and by successful I mean that I actually had more money coming in than I had going out, I was sitting in my office, and I remember this like it was yesterday, thinking about how grateful I was and how I wanted to somehow give back in some way. But I was swamped with work at the time, and I wasn't sure that volunteering was good for me. I thought it was out of the question because I was afraid that if I stopped working long enough to volunteer that my revenue was going to drop and that I'd be struggling again. So I decided to donate some money, but I didn't think it was appropriate at the time to tell anybody about what I was doing, so I donated anonymously. And that voice in my head has kept whispering to me ever since. So as I record this video, each of my companies donates a portion of what we make, but we do it in silence. Now, I'm well aware of the fact that statistics prove that companies who tell their customers that a portion of what they pay is going to be donated to a good charity, that those companies make more sales and more revenue, which means that they might be able to donate more. Plus, just the act of telling people about a charity helps to spread the word about that charity. I get it. I see both sides of this debate. Tell people, don't tell people. And if you choose to align with a good charity and use that in your marketing, that's great. In fact, I might be doing that in the near future. I don't really know. But if you want to give to a charity and not advertise it to the world, then I'm going to share with you one of the many ways that we do this inside of my company. And once a year, around the holiday time, we choose an employee from each of our companies. And the person that we choose is not always based on their performance, but it's usually a team member who we think will get the most value out of this project. And I take them aside and I let them know that I have a special project for them, but they can't tell anybody about what they're going to be doing. And I give them a list of kids' names and ages and some cash, and they're responsible for going to the store and buying gifts for all those kids. Now, I have a real good friend who discreetly lets us know about some families in the area who might be having a tough year financially. And after that team member gets all those gifts and wraps them and labels them, they drive to each home and they deliver those gifts. Now, here's what makes this special. Before they leave the office, they take off any uniform that they have, so there's no way for the families to know where the gifts came from. And they don't deliver the gifts to the kids. They just kind of drop them off to the parents. Now, the value here is that we get to help a whole lot of families every year, but done right, this also makes a permanent impression on the team member who gets to deliver those gifts. I mean, it's super, super powerful, and it changes them for the better inside. Now, again, we don't talk about this in the office, so after it's done, no one's allowed to brag that they just delivered a bunch of gifts. This is an internal gift that the company is giving to the employee themselves. Now, obviously, anyone on our team who's done this in the past years knows what's happening, but they also know not to talk about it. And consistently, I get thank you letters from the employees who do this, saying how amazingly wonderful it felt and how grateful they are that we chose them to do this. It doesn't make a difference if you tell people that you're aligned with a charity or not, but if you're going to give back in some way, make it count and make it so powerful that it affects everyone who's part of it in more than just a financial way. Now, tell me in the comment section below, do you think it's better to tell people that a business is aligned with a charity or to keep it private? I mean, again, that's the debate. Like I said, I'm not really sure what's better, and how I handle this very possibly may change, but I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts about it as well. Do you think it's better to tell people or to quietly associate with a charity? Also, if you're joining us on YouTube and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe now and hit the bell notification so you don't miss my next video. And if you're joining us on iTunes or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, share with me there on that platform what you'd like to see me cover in the next episode. Hey, if you like this and you're interested in getting a customized blueprint showing you the few actions that could create the greatest growth in your business right now so you can scale faster, get more growth, make more money, and have more profit, then grab the Built to Grow blueprint for free. You'll see how to get more lift and scale in your business right now, and for a limited time, it's 100% free at builttogrowreview.com. That's builttogrowreview.com. See you on the next video.